This is the Civilization 4 NLL. Welcome back to the NLL. I am Kjotleik. Today we have two games from the first division waiting you. The second game later today is between Willem van Oranje versus Gilgamesh, but we start off the day with Mansa Musa, currently 14th in the league with 0 points after a loss in his opening game, versus Pericles, 11th in the league, after also he lost his opening game. Let's take a look at the starting positions. Here we are, Mansa Musa. Let's get the resource bubbles on. We see the continent. He starts, look at the minimap here. This is one big continent all the way up here, and there is connection up to this one that stretches up here. You probably need astronomy to get here, and astronomy to get here, probably, and to get this one. But this is the starting position down south, a little bit west, with some corn, with some crabs. There is iron nearby, whale, and up here we have some coal. And the starting position of Pericles is up here, close to this other continent. There is fish over here, there are pigs, there are spices, and he also got some good green land. The same can be said about Mansa down here. So let's get off the resource bubbles and let's start the game to see what both of these leaders can do. Both of them lost, both of them are looking for their first win and their first point really. It is important to strike back after a loss to get their season back on track, and there we see two cities each. Mansa versus Pericles. Mansa with equal strength, a little bit stronger than Pericles actually. Coming up on turn 100 pretty soon. There we are, 3 cities each, they are in different religions. And 1 AD is here with 4 cities to Mansa. It was 3 to Pericles at 1 AD, now it's 5 to Pericles and 4 to Mansa. We see that Pericles is both going up to the continent up north, focusing mostly on that, which means that he gives a lot of the land in the south and the west to Mansa at the moment, but Pericles has a lot more land available, and now Mansa has equal the number of cities. I was about to mention that Pericles had so many more cities, but now it's 8 and 8. Going to turn 180, equal number of cities, with Pericles cautious towards Mansa, both of them on construction, Mansa on construction, Mansa going for engineering, both of them on engineering in fact. 12 cities to Pericles now. Pericles has a little bit more land, now up to 14 versus Mansa's 10, 15. Now he is building up a power base with a lot more cities than Mansa, so Pericles has expanded well in this game. 16 to 10 cities, this is dangerous for Mansa. Is now also a little bit weaker than Pericles. 0.9 the strength, Mansa going for education while Pericles is going to nationalism. Liberalism for Mansa next, going for guilds, the same as Pericles, and banking. They are teching really fast. Now Pericles is building up units, I believe, but Pericles is actually pleased with Mansa. But Mansa has 0.7 the strength of Pericles, which means that Pericles is growing even stronger, and with his 16 cities he has the production base to do this. Now who is going to get to settle the new world? The 2 continents, one to the northwest and one to the east, and also the little island to the south and west. If Mansa can get there first, but Pericles is sending his boats out to scout, I see. So liberalism, Mansa is going for physics. There is the first Greek city in the new world. He has gone east to that continent to the east, and his seconds now is up to 18 cities versus Mansa's 10. And Mansa is down to 0.6 the strength, and Pericles going for replacement parts. He has gunpowder, going for rifling. Pericles, Mansa is also going rifling, but Pericles is now friendly towards Mansa, which means that he is probably not going to attack them. I don't know how Mansa feels, but Pericles, he has also a city out there in the new world to the west. Mansa has not expanded into the new continents yet with any cities. There are privateers that are trying to make life as hard as possible. Mansa is going for rocketry. Could we see a Mansa Musa space race attempt with only 10 cities versus Pericles now 23? Yeah, it looks maybe like he's trying to do that, but with 23 cities Pericles really should be doing this. He's down to pleased with Mansa, and Mansa is only 0.5 the strength, and there Mansa has built a city on that small island down in the southwestern part of the world, and we see 24 cities for Pericles, 11 for Mansa. And I cannot see this going any other way than a Pericles victory, but Pericles is not going to attack when he is friendly, so that is a danger. There is also the danger about the Diplo win, of course. We have to pay attention to that as well, but Pericles, he's so much stronger now that he should be winning this game. Mansa is 0.5 the strength, assembly line next. We are at turn 366, Pericles completes the Hanging Gardens, there is industrialism on his way for Mansa and for Pericles as well. It is only, with the exception of that island in the southwest, it is only Pericles that have expanded into the new world. He has 30 cities versus Mansa's 11, and this is going to be turn 380. This is going to be a knockout for Pericles if he ever goes to war, but he is pleased, so he's probably not going to do that. Now Mansa, as I say that, we have the war. Pericles 34 cities, Mansa Musa 11, we are at turn 391. This can only go one way, and now Mansa Musa is desperate. He's trying to go the cultural route. He has turned his slider to culture. But that is probably going to be too late, isn't it? It really depends if Pericles can get... Oh, Mansa, you have a chance, you have a chance. There is a peace treaty. Pericles, he accepted peace with Mansa. He has 36 cities to Mansa's 11, and Mansa is going culture. Is Pericles going to lose culture to Mansa? Mansa, 90% of his slider is going towards culture. He earns about 3000 cultural points per turn. Ah, there is the next war. Yeah, Pericles. He must have learned from his experience in round 1. Pericles turn 412. But can he take out one of Mansa's 3 top cultural cities? 36. Now Mansa is down to 10 cities. He's still on the cultural attempt. 10 cities for Mali. Pericles. He must soon be reaching domination, Pericles, if he can take 1 or 2 more cities, maybe. Or maybe he would need a little bit more than that. Pericles has ended his golden age. Mansa is still trying to go for culture with his 10 cities. It is his only hope to win the game. And he's trying his very best. It is going to be impressive if he can do it. But Pericles, you're not taking cities. Turn 427 if you are to stop Mansa from stealing the win from under your nose. You actually need to do something here. You cannot just stay at war and fight. You need to take cities. More precisely, one of the 3. And Gawas achieved legendary culture. One of the cities to Mansa has legendary, and now he is going all out for culture. Turn 434, and Pericles is completing his spaceship parts. But 9 Mansa cities now. 9 cities, but Mansa is still going for culture. He's down to 9, which means that Pericles has not taken one of his 3 cultural cities. Turn 438. Pericles, 38 cities, Mansa is down to 9. What can Pericles do? Can he take one of the 3 cities away from Mansa? And it is domination. He has enough land. He took 1 more city from Mansa. Mansa failed in his cultural attempt, and Pericles, congratulations. This time you did get the 2 points that you deserved. It's a domination for Pericles, and I will be back with some statistics after we have seen the replay of the world history. Here we are. Pericles has won a domination victory. Turn 441. He declared wars twice. He won 2 wars, so a perfect score for Pericles there. He also managed to win build the Apollo program on turn 393 in 1973. He never finished his spaceship though, and Mansa failed in his cultural attempt. Now let's get to the stats. Here we are at the graphs. We see the score. Pericles is way above as number 1. The GNP, due to culture, we see that Mansa is equal here, I guess. Manufacturing, yeah, Pericles knockout. Food, Pericles is best already from early in the ADs, and he only increases his advantage. Power, well, from 1700 there was no stopping Pericles. Culture, here we see Mansa is trying to win a cultural victory. He failed eventually. Espionage, yeah, approximately the same, with Pericles going a little bit up ahead. Demographics then, Mansa Musa, despite going for culture and having the cultural slider on, he has fewer coins than Pericles. Pericles with more GNP. Production, it's a knockout. Food, it's a knockout. Soldiers, it's a knockout. Land, it's a knockout. And with 83.4 million in population versus Mansa Musa's 3.2 million. That is also a very good knockout. Let's go to the wonders and the cities. The wonders list is pretty long. Let's go all the way to the bottom. The BC wonders are the Temple of Artemis, Stonehenge, and the Kashi Vishwanath. Those were 3. We see the top 6 cities. Mansa Musa on the top 2 with Gao and Timbuktu, then Pericles on 3rd with Argos. Athens is 4th. Kimbisala, Mansa Musa, and Jenne finishes off with 5th and 6th. Let's go to the statistics. Well, we can go to the top here first. Building Hollywood Creative Constructions in 2014. Statistics we said. Mansa Musa, 12 cities built, 6 religions, 2 golden ages, currently with 29 towns, 18 lumber mills and 15 windmills built in his cities. 11 granaries, 10 barracks and harbors, down to 3 Buddhist stupas, page down. We follow with the Great Wall, 1 military academy, Temple of Solomon, 1 academy. We have, Spire and Minaret down there, page down. Rock and Roll, he finished Rock and Roll, Angkor Wat, Hermitage, and the Oracle. Okay, go to top. Currently you have these units. 20 infantry, 12 artillery, 9 machine guns, all the way down to a Christian missionary. That is, of course, going to save you. Built 24 skirmishes, 23 Christian missionaries, 17 of Hindu missionaries, Jewish missionaries and settlers. Not many military units up there, I might add. Some infantry, 6 of those, page down. And all the way down to a warrior at the bottom. You killed 9 privateers, 5 cavalry, all the way down to a war elephant. You lost not so much 9 infantries, and you see all the way down to a Hindu missionary at the bottom. That was Mansa Musa. What about Pericles then? You built 35 cities, founded 1 religion, got 2 golden ages. Currently you have 70 windmills, 62 farms, 41 towns, and you have a village down at the bottom there. You built in your cities 35 granaries, 34 lighthouses, 28 harbors and forges, and all the way down to 5 castles. Page down. Colossus, Great Lighthouse, Sistine Chapel. You have the Taj Mahal, Statue of Liberty, Broadway, a lot of got. You built the Apostolic Palace here. You got the pyramids. And we go page down. See also Hanging Garden, Statue of Zeus, Stonehenge, Mausoleum of Masola's Great Library. And you got the Creative Constructions. And you also built Versailles and the Palace. So a lot of good stuff. Your current units then. 61 infantry, 38 workers, 36 marines, all the way down to 1 workboat. You built 37 marines, 37 workers, 36 settlers, and all the way down, and we see 6 submarines down there. Page down, all the way down to 1 anti-tank, and page down, and then you built also a musket man and 1 creative construction executive. You killed, this is the confirmation, 9 infantries, 6 frigates, 5 semi-infantries down to a caravel, and you lost 9 privateers, 5 cavalry, all the way down to a Buddhist missionary. Okay, let's go take a look at the cities. Then we have the cities, yes, and Mansa Musa's cities. He doesn't have that many of them. Let's sort them by population anyway. Jenne is 10 pops, Timbuktu 9, Gao 9, Valata 9, and we can also just... well, he builds the Apollo program, National Epic and Hollywood. How many turns away are you from a cultural victory? You see Timbuktu and Gao, they are already legendary, -6, -11, and the closest city is Kumbi Saleh, with 12 turns away from reaching culture. So he wasn't really that close, but Pericles shouldn't have waited too many turns for taking that next city. Okay, let's go and take a look at Pericles. Let's change from Mansa to Pericles. Okay, and then there we are, Pericles. Let's look at your cities, sort by population, and go all the way to the top. Argos top with 24, Athens 22 pops, Mycenae 22 pops, Sparta 21 pops, and we see he's building his engines and thrusters and the docking bay and a lot of military units apart from that. And Tegea is the last city. Let's go to the bottom. Let's see, Tegea, that's the last one, and we see Elis and the other cities down from the list, and these are the numbers you can find there. Spoiler alert, results and updated league tables follows after this screen. At the league table we see that this win has lifted Pericles all the way from 11th and up to 1st. With his 2 points due to his positive 24 score per turn difference. Very temporarily, I might add. Mansa Musa drops all the way down to the bottom 18th place with a negative 20 score per turn difference with his 0 points. Next game coming up in just a few minutes is the game between Willem van Oranje and Gilgamesh. Both of them also lost their first game and are in need of a win. I'll see you then.